All right, it looks like we are now live. And hello everyone and welcome. I'm Crash, this is RTA Motorsports. I apologize if you just jumped into the last stream. We kind of had some streaming issues there. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed over the years. We have grown this channel not too quickly, but I never thought we would hit 4,000 subscribers, and hopefully the trend keeps going. Hopefully we keep this train moving because we're having so much fun with it. But just, I was looking back at some of my older videos. I noticed this morning we crossed that 4,000 subscriber mark. I was looking at some of my older videos from like back in 2012, 2013. Hey, Norman Robinson, thank you so much. And I looked at some of those videos of our rig and, what we were doing. And we were on the T1000. Was it the T1000? Yeah, the Thrustmaster T1000. And little 240 degree freedom. Wow, I can't even speak. Little 240 degrees of rotation wheel. Little 8-inch wheel. And it's just from that to a full motion rig. And I'm having so much fun. I'm kind of like realizing a childhood dream, and I'm glad you all could be along, having fun with me and just enjoying sim racing, cars, everything involved in this channel. I'm having a blast, and I hope to keep this hobby going. And I'm just having a blast, and I'm just really gifted, and want to say thank you so much that you guys actually want to listen and hang out, because really when I come on the rig and when I do these live streams, I don't really make any money doing this at all. 4,000 subscribers, you really don't make anything. It's just more so just a hangout, and that's what we're doing. We're hanging out, we're having fun. I don't really have many friends at work or anything like that know what sim racing is, or if they do know what sim racing is, it's because I told them. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, they don't care too much, or they don't game, they don't sim race, they don't really do anything like that. So when I come on the rig, this is my release. This is how I could kind of express myself, have fun, hang out with you all, and share the hobby. And I'm just really grateful and really thankful that you're all kind of willing to listen and have fun and hang out with me. So thank you so much. I'm really glad we crossed the 4K subscriber mark. But I hope we keep it going, and I hope that this hobby of mine keeps growing. So thanks again. 10 says 4K is pretty good considering sim racing is a niche. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Our channels, there is some larger channels in sim racing, but there's not as many as like, TechTuber or, iPhone reviewers or anything like that. So we're definitely a smaller niche. And I think that's kind of what makes us a little bit more of a tighter knit community too, is because there's not really many of us around that do it. And it's cool. It really is. Norman Robinson, you stay there, Crash. 10K subs is next. Oh, man. That would be awesome. I really want to get to 10K also because it opens up the community tab. And I think that would just greatly kind of help us to be able to, because our live streams are not really, none of this is scheduled as far as our live streams, because right now my work schedule and everything is kind of all over the place. So it's really hard to schedule anything at the moment. I'm working towards getting it where we could actually schedule streams. But once we get that community tab, I could come on in the morning and just write a message to all you guys that are, subscribed, and let you know that, hey, at 3, we're going to be doing a live stream. Join in. Right now, I have an Instagram account, and I post a lot of, pictures on there of my Camaro ZL1 and what we're kind of doing outside of YouTube. So if you haven't really gotten us on Instagram, definitely get us there. But besides that, there's really no other way for me to communicate with you all. So that's really why I want to get to the 10K subscribers. So that way it's a little bit easier to communicate with you all. But we're going to jump into Assetto Corsa Competizione. I actually turned my motion rig up to like 92%. So we're going to see what the motion's like being that we're not in VR, I don't really think it should affect the video at all. So normally I keep motion a little bit lower, so that way when we're live streaming, you don't see my head just bouncing around all over the place. But being that we're not using VR, we don't have any VR support, this should work out just fine. So I wanted to do a quick race. We're going to do it in the rain. We still only have the Lamborghini Huracan GT3 available to us. And we still only have the Nürburgring GP circuit available to us. But I wanted to do heavy rain. Oh, you know what? Actually, storm. We only did medium rain last time. We got realism on Pro. Let's make this a 15-minute race. Starting position is there. Should be random. There we go. Opponent number. Let's knock this up to like 25. Oh, 20's max. All right. And I remember last time in the rain at 80, we kind of burned the opponents pretty easily in the rain. On the dry pavement, it was opposite. They were like blowing by me like no one's business. But let's see. Let's put this both on 90. And let's see how that works out for us. I'm kind of worried if we stick everything on 100, they're just going to be way too hyper aggressive. However, it will grow exponentially as VR panels increase in PPI to allow deeper realism. Definitely. You know, I'm actually looking at this Pimax 5K Plus headset that they're talking about releasing. Well, not that they're talking about releasing, they are releasing it. We weren't one of the Kickstarter backers, but I guess they're going to start shipping them at the end of this month to their Kickstarter backers. So hopefully at the beginning of 2019, we'll be able to either purchase or receive ours. You lost me for a moment. That's weird. Did it freeze? Because it's saying live stream is actually doing good. I got all green bars all the way around, so I'm not sure why that would happen. Hopefully if it froze, it didn't freeze for too long. That's weird. But yeah, I still got the green light from YouTube saying stream quality's in the good, and on OBS it says stream quality's in the good, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. If it does happen again, if we are having streaming issues today, I do have another PC here that we could kind of dual PC stream, worst case scenario. But on my side, it looks like everything is good. So definitely let me know. We're going to do this 15-minute race, and then, you know, I'll have chat up at the same time, so that way I could kind of check in with you guys. For some reason, we do not have chat up. I just noticed. And there we go. Chat is up. Thank you so much. All right. So let's get going with this race. Forgot I do have wheel controls on here. And let's change this team here. There we go. All right. Let's throw the belts on, because we do have the motion up and I want to feel it. I don't want to just kind of ride around. So this is actually just a 1080p. It's a television. It's a 43-inch TV. It's one of my old like 3D TVs that I have that I use for the rig. I actually don't really use it for the rig, to be honest with you, but sometimes when I have people over if they get motion sick from VR, then I'll throw them on the TV. So next month, once we get VR support, if the performance is good enough, hopefully we'll not have to ever back away from VR. As far as our computer is concerned, we have a 1080 Ti. So hopefully that's good enough to keep us going for the next year or so. Oh my gosh, it's like hard to see anything. So we're starting 6. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Lost it right at the very beginning. Just spun the tires. Wow. Okay. I'm not sure if we got hit or what happened. I don't think so. I think we just lost. Continuously kept losing. Huh. Let's try that again. Let's try it one more time. Norman, you got your OSW working. Awesome. Did you get your actuators going for your motion rig? Force feedback settings go as high as 200 for gain, which is crazy strong. Don't break your wrists. Let's see if we can control this car here. You know, I wonder if like. See, that's the thing. I don't see where you actually select your... I don't see how you select your presets. Sim Racing Paddock, thank you so much. Silent Storm, wet tires, yeah. Just Gene, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining in. I'm trying to figure out how to set my wet preset. Let's see if it automatically says it in the current setup. Fuel strategy. All right, tire, it does say wet, so we are on the wet preset. Yeah, it's getting there. The menus are really nice, but there's like no confirmation sometimes in some aspects of the menus that you have actually set anything. And that I don't like. All right, so we got to get the Sim Racing Paddock here to try this rig. Kind of curious to get his feedback on this motion rig. We got to set something up soon. All right, we're going to be very gentle with throttle application. Car feels like it's almost hunting all over the place. I didn't want to rear end them. They were stopping very aggressively. Come on. Oh, this is tough. Can't really go that fast. I wonder if things are gonna change once the tires fully heat up. I actually can't put the throttle down. Oh no. This is almost too much. Everyone's crawling on track. Look at this. What is this? Come on. I just gave it a little bit of throttle and completely lost the vehicle. Alright, we might have to go back and... We're on full storm setting, so we might have to take it off of this. This is proving to be a little much for us. And everyone on the track is doing like 60 miles an hour. I don't know how hardcore this sounds. And we're in a Huracan GT3 car doing like 70, 80 miles an hour in the Nürburgring GP circuit. I can't even turn. Alright, you know what? I'm calling it. This is too exaggerated. Too crazy. I think we're going to do some dry racing. That was weird. No game audio. Alright, there we go. Okay, I got the audio. The Tig, hey, how you doing? Sim Racing 604. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in. Yeah, Sim Racing Paddock. Sorry about that. I just got the audio up and running. All right. Yeah, sorry about that, Sim Racing 604. Just got it. The problem is I did a video, and on my last video I kind of adjusted the sound settings so that way I could record my voice because I was doing it off the rig and everything like that. I forgot to set everything back. Alright, hopefully the gameplay audio is not going to be too loud. I just bumped it up quite a bit because I remember my last live stream, the game audio was extremely silent.
Alright mate, race is about to start. Hold your position until the green flag. Take it easy in turn 1. Green light, go, go, go.
Alright, here we go. On the edge, we are drifting this Huracan. I wonder if I have to calibrate my wheel in the title because it feels very, very sensitive for some reason. All right, one lap down.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Good deal. Audio is good. Glad to hear it. That one very wide. We got the 4th place car coming up. It's trying to come up on the outside of us.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Yellow flag. Be careful there.
I wonder if he's referring to the 1st and 2nd place cars ahead of us, or if any incident on the track happens, whether we're approaching it or not, if he's saying yellow flag. Because I kind of feel like he needs to only warn me. Ah, come on. We lost a few places there. Now we're down to 7th from 3rd.
Yellow flag. Be careful.
So I adjusted the surge settings, and which was recommended on our last live stream. If you guys have sim tools, put the surge settings in the negative, which actually kind of enabled us to now feel the shift points. I know that was a question that some people posted on the last live stream. Way wide. That was way wide. The A-pillar there is so thick I can't really see the inside of the track. My gosh, yellow flag constantly. Yeah, Sim Racing Paddock's yellow reporting is very sensitive, and it's almost informative. I mean, not informative at all as to where it's happening. Should be telling me if I'm approaching it or not. Not that it's just yellow flag somewhere on the track, you know? So after a while, it's almost like Boy Who Cried Wolf. I'm not even listening to it anymore because it's just... They're just reporting it so much. It's just... But I'm sure that's probably going to be addressed in an update. I mean, it seems to be... too much of a bug for them to just leave it like that. Hopefully it's going to be addressed.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
do gotta say, I really like the sounds. Getting a little bit closer to the, like the Race from Racing experience type, as far as all the popping, the noises. Much better than normal Assetto Corsa as far as the sounds go, in my opinion. Car feels a lot more lively.
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
Yep, exactly. Sim Racing Paddock. This is the first early access. It's very similar to what like Codemasters did with Dirt Rally, with their early access. You know, Dirt Rally is really one of my favorites, of course, besides like the Richard Byrne Rally and stuff like that, but Dirt Rally is one of my favorites for VR rally racing. And I think it was all due to their early access. I know a lot of titles are doing that now, just incorporating everyone in the beta release. So I'm sure a lot of these things that we are complaining about are going to be addressed. You know, the Kunos team, they have a vested interest to really make this into something super special. Because they're not like Codemasters or anything like that, any other game production companies that really produce a lot of other titles. I mean, this is kind of like their bread and butter, so
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
I'm sure they're going to listen to the public here. But I do really like what I see in here. Whoa, little stumble there. Went after that sector there a little bit more aggressively than I normally would. Still trying to get used to racing on a screen. Ah! I just throw it in the sand. Didn't really lose us any time, so we're pretty good. We still got 4.5 minutes left. Come on, stay in there.
Yellow flag, be careful. Yellow flag ahead, watch out.
Oh, he got me on the inside. I left the door open. He walked right through. Oh, that was my fault. I shouldn't have took that. I was way too aggressive. I shouldn't have done that. Got 2 minutes, 42 seconds left in this racing session. What do I think of the force feedback? You like it, except the self-aligning torque, almost impossible to save an oversteer. Yeah, it's weird though, because in the beginning of the race, I had this weird oscillating where it feels almost like my wheel rotation's off from what it's supposed to be in game. I'm getting this oscillating, but as the tires heat up and everything like that, the car sets in, we're not really getting that. And as the race is progressing on, it's a little bit more than me just being comfortable with the car. I think it feels better, so I'm not sure if that's just beginning of the race tires being cold for me. But I like it. I like the way it feels. I love the strength of it. This is a strong force feedback game, and I haven't really adjusted any of the force feedback settings yet. It really does feel good where it is at the moment. And I like that there's a very clear force feedback clipping monitor or meter there on the bottom right. You can see if you're clipping very easily. What game do I have it set?
Alright, man, the leader is on the final lap.
I'll have to let you know that in just a little bit. I just left it on the default setup. I think we got him. Excuse me. Thank you. Yeah. Woo! Oh man. I don't know how we saved that. Full on drift. Ah.
Excellent job, mate.
All right, 9th place.
Bring it back home safely.
9th place. Okay. Well, could have been worse. All right, looks like ended the title there. It just cut out all the power to the vehicle. There we go. At least the end of the race isn't as jarring as you would experience with the Assetto Corsa. Alright, so let's go back over some of these comments here. Tech Republic JPED, you've been here since 250 subs. I do have my channel monetized, but, you know, at this level and this size, you really don't make much. I think, you know, just to be completely open about it, what was it, last month it said I made 40 bucks. So I don't really, you know, as many of us in the sim racing world, we don't really do this for the money aspect of it at all. We do this for the hobby. And, you know, I have a full-time career and everything like that. This is my release. This is my hangout. This is how I hang out with people, like-minded people. I'm also a musician, although I haven't played much lately. Play the drums, used to be in heavy metal bands. Me and my wife are both artists. Her more so than me. She actually did that painting that's behind me on that back wall. So we have other hobbies too, but this is like when I was a child and I think I was probably like in 2nd grade. I actually had like a 9-page, and I said this before, but I had a 9-page, like, written out plan to build a motion simulator. And it was basically cutting the trunk and the front end off a car and mounting in this big hoop. Of course, it was to the extent of a 2nd grader as far as, you know, I wasn't putting any actuators. I just write motor, 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 motor. You know, everything was a motor. But I've always wanted something like this. So being able to afford this and do this and hang out with like-minded people, this is why I do it. This is why I do it. So you're going to test out the new F1 cars in R Factor 2. They're a lot of fun. Woo! I might have to. The SMPC, how you doing? So the graphics appear cartoony, and here's the thing. Let me quit. We got to talk about the new NVIDIA graphics cards real quick. And there's a lot of speculation out there with the RTX. Now, they're being very secretive with everything. I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Jay's 2 cents. I think it was Jay's 2 cents when he was being interviewed by Gamers Nexus. I think this is, I'm pretty sure it was him that said this, but it makes sense. And this might be why we're experiencing what we're experiencing here. So, with the RTX graphics cards coming out, you have ray tracing, and ray tracing is kind of what's going to give it the screenshots we have here on our menu. You know, photorealistic, you get those real accurate reflections. Right now, everything looks super saturated color-wise, but you're not getting the reflections that would make it not look cartoony, right? So I think with ray tracing, you're going to get that photorealism with the vivid sort of HDR colors. But the reason that we're kind of seeing, like on Tomb Raider, on Battlefield 5 and whatnot, and maybe with this title, maybe the reason why we're not seeing great appearance to the graphics when we're just running it, I have a 1080 Ti, is because supposedly, now I don't have any confirmation of this, this is what was said in an interview, but it's just supposed information, food for thought, possible, that ray tracing implementation is easier than traditional reflections. So with that being said, if it is easier to implement for the game developer than traditional reflections, without that ray traced reflections, it may not look as good like what we're experiencing here and what some others have reported with Battlefield 5 and the new Tomb Raider title coming out, when they turned on and off ray tracing. Because on a lot of other titles like Project Cars and whatnot, you have beautiful reflections, but they have to develop that into the title, and it's not being done in real time. It's very intensive. Supposedly with ray tracing, it's easier to implement. So if it is easier to implement, and that is kind of the directions of graphics cards in the future, as a game developer, why would they both create reflections through that lengthy process as well as implement ray tracing if ray tracing can look better and is easier to implement? I don't have any confirmation of that. That was what was said in an interview, and I'm pretty sure it was an interview with Gamers Nexus and Jay's 2 cents. Almost 100% sure, but, you know, can't really say definitely. So that might be why we're getting the appearance that we're getting, or just the fact that this is just the first release. Things may change over the course of the year. Their 1.0 release is not till early 2019, so there's going to be tons of updates, but it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. Norman Robinson says he's hopeful the RTX cards are able to move the photoreal gameplay up a few notches. Yeah, I think so. Sim Racing Paddock, okay, thank you so much. I'll catch a message on Twitter. Oh man, the SMPC, are you going to cop that new Pimax? Hearing great things about it. Yes, I actually just said that earlier. As soon as pre-orders come available for us non-backers, people that did not back their Kickstart, I'm going to get I think right now it's the 5K Plus. The 8KX headset. I hear my dog barking. I'm just going to check my cameras real quick. The 8KX, which is the native 8K headset, hasn't been announced yet as far as when they're going to be delivering that. They still have their backers that they have seem to have like much better reviews right now. So that's probably the route I'm going to go because it's native at the moment, where the 8KX is going to be native 8K to both panels in your eyes, but to have a graphics card that's going to be able to drive that right now, I don't think we're there yet, especially like jumping into this title, iRacing or anything like that. I think we're still a few generations off as far as graphics cards that could drive that many pixels with high quality gaming at the same time. Maybe for like a simple VR title like Job Simulator or something, but I think we're a little bit off from that, but I think the 5K Plus is a viable solution. I definitely want to get that. Norman Robinson, yep, definitely. So the SMPC, what's my profession? I work in the medical field. I don't want to say too much there, but I work in the medical field. NASCAR Indy, it's always good to hang out with like-minded people. It's good to see you too, NASCAR. How's everything going? And just to give a shout out to all you guys, I mean, for the most part, we're all YouTubers as well. We all have channels. So definitely check each other's out. I mean, we all have videos for the most part. So, you know, definitely collaborate. Let's mingle, see each other's channels. Norman Robinson has a sick simulator that I'm super excited for him to get up and running. I actually can't wait. I want to see his videos of his rig up and running. Yeah, the SMPC says he's hoping for a 2019 release for non-backers and 600 and below price tag. I think for the 5K Plus, I would pay $750 personally. Because, I mean, I do have Vive lighthouses here, and I do have Vive controllers, but I'm actually selling that to my my good buddy. So I'm not going to have that. I need new trackers. I need new lighthouses, I should say. I need new controllers. So, yeah, the MRTV has indicated 5K plus, Pimax, PC2. PCars 2 has about 45 frames per second. Honestly, I've seen that video. In PCars 2, I'm not really getting, I am getting better frames per second, but not much better. And it depends on what graphical setting you're on. Because Project Cars 2 has a lot of graphical settings that you could adjust. And some of them greatly impact your frames per second. It's like night and day. So I'm kind of wondering what he did, if he just put everything to the max. So NASCAR Indy, it's going cool. Trying to get sponsors for 2019 so you could run the Miata Challenge Series. You'll be karting that year as well. But who wouldn't want to race cross country? Yeah, that's awesome. Toad in the Mole, hey, how you doing? Thank you so much. All right, so we're gonna jump into another one here. The SMPC NASCAR Indy says, as far as computers go, you won't have one until next year, unfortunately. Sorry to hear that, buddy. I know your PCI Express slot broke. I was kind of wondering if you were able to run the next slot below it, because sometimes, I mean, you could always run a graphics card in any one of the slots. You just won't have as many lanes. And some motherboards have 2x16 PCI slots. So you might want to try your next one down if you can. And you might still be able to, you know, get your computer back up and running. Norman Robinson, yes, the Miata series, the Miata Challenge is what the iRacing Miata Challenge is based off of. It's a real series. They actually, I seen them run in Sonoma, over by here in the west coast of California. But I actually went to Sonoma Raceway for the Cadillac Challenge, and only one Cadillac CTSV showed up, which was a sick car. So he ended up running it in another series. But the Miata Challenge, oh man, they race hard. That's like the Enduro series, like the NASCAR Enduro series, where people just get cars from junkyards and race them. They were hitting each other. They were slamming each other. They were racing hard. I've never seen such hard racing. These cars were coming back to the pits. The sides are all scraped up. They're all bashed in. But they were all really cool with each other. They got out the car. They were laughing. They were having fun. Sometimes in other races that you see, if you ever go to the pits, I mean, I've been to races my entire life. As a child, we grew up in New York, in Long Island, and we used to go to Riverhead Raceway out there my entire childhood, every weekend. And some races, you would see people jump out of their car and just beat the heck at each other in the pits, even though they've known each other for 20 plus years. So it's it could be a contact sport, you know. But the Miata Challenge, I didn't really see too much of that. They got out the car. They were very... they all seemed to be just guys trying to have fun. There was a lot of younger guys there. There was a lot of older guys there. So it was a very neat group. I mean, I've thought about it myself one day, hopefully, to pick up a car and kind of just gut it, make it into a race car, and try to do some of the local races. I think that would be cool. All right, so let's jump into... Oh, the SMPC says, yo, just looked up your next level... I'm assuming you're saying your next level Motion V3 not too long ago, and they announced Traction Motion add-on at the Sim Expo. I love traction loss. I actually have to do a video on it. I have had many comments saying, hey, what the heck happened? Honestly, I had the video footage. I did the video like 3 times already on 3 different occasions, and I have not liked how it came out. I don't want to put a video out that's just subpar, you know. I'm still learning how to make videos. I really am. If you notice, some of my videos lately have changed in quality. I'm trying to change different things. I bought a DSLR with lenses, and I'm trying different things. So I'm going to revisit. I'm going to completely make another video again. But overall, traction loss, I think it's awesome. It definitely adds to the seat of the pants experience, and it really changes how your rig feels. It does feel like you're in something, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Plus, the Miata Challenge is really good for development. It's good starting point for the ladder up to 24 or Indy. Definitely. Toad in the Mole says, are you going to get a direct drive wheel? Eventually, I'm sure. I can't exactly say when. Can't say when. It's not like I have anything planned. It's not like Fanatec's sending me one secretly. Just there's a lot of things coming out. I want to see what these reviews look like for the new RTX graphics cards. We have a 1080 Ti. I'm kind of thinking about the 2080 Ti. If it works, if there's a sizable improvement. And then we also have the Pimax that we're going to be saving up for. So there's other things I'm looking at right now besides direct drive. But eventually, of course, I want to get a direct drive. How's the DD2 fun? Not great at the moment. Not great. Hopefully we'll get there, but yeah. It's not looking good at the moment, unfortunately. So let's do this sprint race. We tried this last time, and I think what's going on is the AI is like probably at 100%. But now that we're getting more comfortable, let's see how we do. What it says is this is your first race with the 2018 spec Lamborghini Huracan GT3 due to a mistake in yesterday's qualifying. Your starting will be last. Take your time, find your place, and stick to the plan. We are aiming for points. Your target is to finish 10th or higher. So we'll give it a try. Tony the Mole says, go for it. Bug them for a review sample. Oh man, you know, at our channel size right now, I don't think they'll listen to us much, but I have I've written them quite a few messages, and I get replies here and there that, you know, all their review samples are allocated and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe eventually they'll be nice enough to send me one, but can't expect them. I mean, there's tons of channels our size, so you can't really expect them to go for something like that. Norman Robinson, thank you so much. A little extra to help you on that journey. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. The SMPC, yeah, right? Norman's rig is insane. He's got a beautiful rig in a beautiful location of the world. I mean, how can you beat that? All right, here we go. Starting 20th.
Right, this is a long race session. Watch out and remember that our target is P10. Repeat, position 10. Green light, go, go, go.
This is a 20-minute session. Got 19 minutes, 54 seconds left. Oh, no! Got pushed by the AI right off the side of that cliff. Spun us out. Probably shouldn't have dove in there like we did. I like that spatial sound. When I was really close to the wall, I heard the car reverberating off the wall. I know I'm not talking much. I'm trying to concentrate and catch up to these guys real quick. Once we catch up to them, I'll probably relax a little bit more. But we are pulling them in a little bit at a time. Oh, come on. You know what? I want to restart this. We got a bad start from the beginning. And I feel like we're just completely... Whoa. So let's try not to take any risks like we did last one.
Alright, remember that the race is not won in the first corner. Watch out, and remember that our target is P10. Repeat, position 10.
I know. I'm just trying not to be last place. Leave me alone. You know, it was funny. Our last video, our last live stream was Assetto Corsa got flagged, which was interesting. Got flagged for a copyright violation by a channel I've never even heard of. And it turns out they are... What are they called? I forgot what they were exactly called, but... Actually, they didn't have enough brakes to stop there. That was crazy. They're not really a channel. What are they called again? They are a... They basically run channels. I forgot what they're called again. You could join them. They take some of your profits to help you with, you know, collaborations and stuff like that. Anyway, it was one of those, and it turns out what they do is they allow... Oh, I just got hit from the AI from behind. They allow their content creators to copyright their videos. So I guess me driving on a track at some point matched up exactly with how they drove on the track at that same point. And I got a copyright violation, interestingly enough. So our last live stream, we actually cut that part of the video out, so you're gonna notice, like, I think it's like 15 minutes in, it just skips for about a minute. So if that happens to any one of you guys, you're not alone. Looks like Toad in the mall got a transducer setup. I'm kind of reading about there. I do have a butt kicker gamer too. We don't use it that often. I used to use it all the time, but it's right down here in our bottom left, mounted to this rig. I like it. I really love transducers. I think it adds to the experience. Does things that the motion rig cannot do, convey, like engine vibration, stuff like that. But if you have much stronger transducers than those, because there's many out there that are stronger than the butt kicker gamer 2 and cheaper, yeah, it can feel amazing. Got a straight line going. What the heck? I'm not exactly sure why we lost it or how we lost it. And now we're just spinning out like crazy. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't think we're going to be able to catch anybody.
Yellow flag, be careful.
That stinks. We're actually doing pretty good. I love how that sun starts cutting through the trees like that. Getting a lot more confident with that sector. Fanatec Podium Series. I don't know if you all seen that sign there. We were just talking about the DD2.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out.
The DD2 is next on your list, huh? That billboard's taunting me. Saying, Crash, why aren't you pre-ordering me?
Yellow flag ahead, be careful.
Got 11 minutes left. We had an incident.
Brother mate, this has been your personal best.
Lost it a little bit, but we are reeling them in slowly. That was very wide. Come on, hold in there, baby. Hold in there.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
Alright, I'm starting to see them now. That's where we lost it earlier. Oh no! Going off-roading. Come on. Back on. Look at those sparks. Oh man! Lighting up that rear view mirror with sparks. I don't know how to turn on the lights. I don't know what button is mapped to lights. It's the downside here. That was flashing lights. Oh, we went off track. I'm trying to figure out the lighting situation. Alright, at least we were able to save it. There we go. Alright, so it's B. That distracted me way too much. Oh, the lights look good. I like how you can actually change your... You can change your dash display. So that way you're not glaring the heck out of yourself. Come on. We're so close to not being last place. I had to go and mess with the lights. Changing that dash display too really does help, because look how washed out that is. Like, you can't see anything. It's way too bright. Way too bright. It's just right for nighttime driving there. All these lights I have on in my room here, the studio lights and all that, it's almost hard to see the track. The black levels are so dark. That was over a second slower than my best lap time. Probably because I'm having a harder time seeing. I mean, the lights work, definitely. They work and they look beautiful, but don't play this at night with your studio lights on. Can't even see anything. Oh, we lost it again. This time we ended up hitting the wall. So the curbs on the inside there, you can't cut them too tight or it just sends the car flying. Now my back tires are just cooked or angry with me, either one. See a little bit of the reddish orange showing up in the bottom right of the tires there. The rear tires, I should say. Husenfeld's actually making affordable
Give it all you can.
affordable pedals, huh? I've always actually wanted to try his pedals. I remember back when Automobilista was actually first released, he was doing a lot of videos on his channel featuring his rig, and his pedals look amazing. Like works of art. Now, it may be a lot easier for you guys to see, but with the studio lights above my TV in my eyes, I can barely see what's going on the TV right now. Alright, and we failed, unfortunately. The session is now over. And there's a checkered flag. Whew. And that is all. Let's go back to the beginning when I actually first lost it, and we'll start going over some of these comments here. Wow, a lot of you guys are buying a lot of crazy stuff. Like John Berg said, he's doing the seat movers. We got some people doing transducers. Toad and the Mole ordered the Field VR direct drive wheel. I hope it does work well for you. Hope it does turn out well. My main concern with that wheel is like longevity as far as the power supply goes, because you know direct drive motors themselves seem to last a really long time. They all seem to be, you know, pretty strong and pretty good as far as longevity is concerned. But I'm worried about their other components. But I'm sure you'll have a good time with that. Definitely let us know how you're liking it when it happens. That's when we first got spun out by the AI. We got hit in the rear there. John Berg has a track car. Okay. Ron Smith, have a good one. I saw your message there that you had to go. I'll have to look into that P1 rig. Rosenfeld announced new pedals. They're going to be less than 400 euros. Oh, that would be awesome. Update on the PC, it won't turn on, so you're going to try to buy a new motherboard. If your PC won't turn on, definitely also try taking out the, what is that battery called again? I can't believe I forgot the name of that battery. There's a, should be a flat coin cell battery. Right in the middle of the motherboard. If you take that out, remove all power to the motherboard, give it about 10 minutes, plug everything back in, make sure you got that battery back in, and see if you could actually turn it back on. Sometimes things just get locked up, especially if you had a hardware issue like that. Norman Robinson, your driving is awesome, man. I wouldn't say so. You know, we didn't do so great there, but we are getting more comfortable with racing on a screen here. Definitely getting more comfortable with racing on a screen. The replays on this title look amazing. Ray traced or not, they almost look better than the actual gameplay as far as the reflections and how everything looks. Very impressive. So I'm kind of excited for the future of this title. CMOS battery. There you go. CMOS battery. Sorry if I just blew out everyone's headphones there, but I got super excited. Norman to save the day with CMOS battery. Yeah, Norman Robinson just says, what confuses me here is replay footage looks better than in-game footage. That I definitely noticed as well. That's what I'm talking about. So maybe through updates we'll start getting to access some of these other textures that maybe we're missing. But replay footage looks amazing. I think this is where I lost it. I don't know if we hit that curb on the inside or what. But you can see we're doing the endless slide of death there. Let's see if we could actually change the view here. Now look at this in-car footage. That looks amazing. Definitely gameplay footage doesn't look that good. Oh, this is like through the helmet cam. Maybe this looks about right. This is about what it looks like mid-game. So it kind of looks like maybe I got too close to that inside curve. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that helmet cam looks really good. I hope VR looks this good here. I don't know, it's hard to say. I wish there was meters on the screen so that way I could see my braking. I don't think I brake hard at all. We just kind of hit that curb on the inside and we lost it there. Weird. Very weird. I want to see from this view here if... Nope, it doesn't even look like I hit the curb on the inside. Let's see. Pretty much following the line the guy ahead of me went through. I don't know. It kind of looks like the left front tire may be locked up. See if we could get a side view. I really want to see like left and right front suspension there. Looks like I have my turn signal on. Do I have a turn signal on? Yes, I do. I do have a turn signal on. Oh, man. Yep, that's my life. Driving with the turn signal on. I don't know. Looks like the left front suspension popped up. And then we lost it. Oh well, it happens. But overall, man, the replays are gorgeous. Actually, you know, I want to see a replay later on in the race when we're starting to get towards. I'm still driving with that left that left turn signal on. Well-controlled slide. I don't know, but what is going on with this left turn signal? This is I had no indication on the inside I'm driving with the left turn signal on. Toad in the Wall says, how am I finding the force feedback? Finding it a bit muted. So there's less sharpness, like small detail sharpness. The force feedback to me on this wheel, the way that it was out of the box, is very good to me. It's very heavy. I like heavy force feedback. It's very strong. But I'm getting less of like the ridges of the road and of the curbing. I do feel the curbing. You know, and that's what I was saying in my other video there, that I'm not sure what's realistic. I haven't driven a GT3 car, so who am I to say, you know, whether feeling every crack in the road is accurate or if feeling what we're feeling here is accurate. But it doesn't feel bad to me. It really doesn't feel bad to me at all. I like it. To each his own, I guess. But that exhaust is glowing red, and I'm still going with my left turn signal on. Look how, my gosh, this looks amazing. Well, that's when we finally figured out how to put the headlights on. Oh, you saw that flame? Let's see if we could get that in slow-mo. I think it happened here. Flashing my headlights. Still got my left turn signal on. You know, I've never cared about replays. Oh, there I go. Off-roading again. Never cared about replays at all. Except for when I was younger and the original Gran Turismo and stuff like that. This title may rekindle that. This looks really good. How do you all feel about that? Left turn signal and makes a right. You're one of those. Yeah, I'm one of those. Saw this guy on the way to work this morning. Alright everyone, I'm going to call it quits here. We definitely had a lot of fun. I'm really hopeful for this title. I'm super excited for October 10th. I think it's October 10th, which is their next build release when we're going to get VR support as well as another track. And I think the Bentley Continental GT. I want to say that's going to be the next vehicle as well. I'm really excited for VR because if VR looks anything like this, let me show you here. I'm going to be blown away. This is the helmet footage here. And the neat thing about it is when you're touching buttons on your wheel, he actually, you can see him, he keeps touching the wheel, and that's because we were messing with buttons on the steering wheel to see what does what. I still have to see how they have it configured. That's only going to add to the immersion in VR. You know, if you touch a button, you see him actually touch the button on the wheel. I'm very hopeful. Very, very hopeful for this title. I think it's going to be something great, especially being that we have a GT3 wheel here, and obviously we love GT3 style racing. Not the only type of racing that we do, but it's the one I enjoy most at the moment. So I'm excited. I'm really loving this title so far. So, as usual, I'm Crash, this RTA Motorsports. Definitely let me know in the comment box below what you want to see us do next time, whether it's jump into iRacing, which we have to do because, let's face it, well, we just got promoted to Class B license, and we need to get into some of those races. But let me know what you want to see next time. Also, we have our Camaro ZL1 we did some videos on. I greatly appreciate it if you watch those videos. And let me know if you want to see more of those videos. I want to take it to the track, stuff like that. It looks like at some point here I figured out how to turn off my turn signal. And also, I am aware we are going to be doing the traction loss review of this rig here. Like I said, I did a few videos on it. Didn't like how the video came out. We are going to address it. We are going to do it. Just really need to start buckling down to do so. So, thank you so much for everyone for joining in this live stream, this special occasion. We finally passed 4,000 subscribers. Hopefully by the end of this stream we didn't dive down below that, because if you're a YouTuber you would know sometimes every time you upload a video you lose a few subscribers before you gain a few. Some people see on their feed that they forgot to subscribe, that they ever subscribed to you and they unsubscribe. So hopefully that didn't happen to us. Hopefully we're not doing a 4,000 subscriber celebration. I'm like 3,600 now. But again, thank you everyone for hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate it, and just being able to hang out with like-minded people is really what this is all about, and it's kind of my release and what keeps me sane. So alright everyone, I'll see you all next time, and have a great day.